Welcome to this new Triggre Weekend Masterclass, and in this episode I am going to show you something about logistics. I'm going to use the template Peter Plan for that, and what we're going to do is we are going to extend this application with shipping documents. So in Peter Plan you can create your shipments, and for some countries, when you ship to a certain country, you need to provide certain documents. For instance, a wood declaration or a packing list or a commercial invoice, etc., etc. And I've added some functionality to this template that as soon as you create a shipment to that specific country, the system automatically checks which documents are necessary and adds them to a list so you can create them and link them to that shipment. So let me show you first how I've created that in the application, and after that I'm going to show you how I created and configured that in the designer. So let's check it out. So first of all, we have a list of countries, and I've created some configuration settings where you can define which documents are necessary for which country. So for instance, as an example, for the United States, you need a commercial invoice and an insurance certificate, and I can easily add another one if I would like to. But for instance, for the United Kingdom, you need to provide a commercial invoice, a non-fumigation certificate, and a packing list as well. So you can see the difference here, number of documents, 3 to 2, just to have a little bit of variety. Besides that, of course, you would like to know which shipments actually have documents that need to be provided, because not every country requires documents. And it's also nice to have a page where you get a list of all the documents that you need to supply for every shipment that you have, so you can easily keep track of all the documents that you still need to provide. Let me show you how this works with when you create an actual shipment. So I'm going to add a parcel to it, and after that I am going to select from which company I'm going to send it and to which company I'm going to send it. So I'm selecting the UK right now, so we would expect 3 documents to supply. Okay, we're going to calculate the cheapest one. There you go, select and finish. So what we have right now is that we have shipments with documents, namely this one, and I can go to the next page to, well, get an overview of all the documents that I need to provide, and I'm able to provide that document. As you can see, we have 3 documents that we need to provide. One is already provided, and if we would go to documents to supply, we would only see 2 items because, like I said, I already provided 1 document. So if I would supply it from here, then there's only 1 left, and just to show you how that works, as you can see, another one was added. So this can really help your logistics department not to forget about a document to provide and to have a nice list of what they need to do. How did I create this in the designer? Well, if we go to the designer, an important concept here is that you actually have, let's say, a template of country documents that you have. So that's the documents that are linked to the country. And you copy those items in the template to the shipments. So you've got country documents and shipment documents. And why do we do that? Because if the number of documents would change for a country, you want to keep the ones you already linked to a shipment. So you don't want to lose that information. So in this way, you automatically keep track of the old ones. You can make changes and nothing will break down. And that's what you see here. So we have the country, and we added country documents. So we have the country itself, the type, and we add them to the shipment. So we have the shipment here, the country document which is linked to it, and the file that we can provide. And what do we do? Well, at the user flow, we have the calculate shipment costs. And at the end, in the finalize shipment calculation, we are also going to add the documents based on the from and to. So let me open up that flow part. That looks like this. So we created a repeat action because there can be multiple country documents. And for each country document, we are going to create a shipment document. That's all there is to it. Let me show you the type that we get. So we have the shipment over here. We selected a to item at the shipment. So where are we going to ship it to? That is linked to a city and to a country. And that country has country documents. And you can see by the icon that it's a list. So that's what we're going to loop through, so to speak. And for every country document that's linked to that country, we are creating a shipment document. So we're creating a new record. We link it to the country document that we defined. We add a created on so that I know when it was created. And of course, we link it to the shipment. So based on the template that we have, we now create a list of documents. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first video of our 3-episode series about Peter Plan and how you can modify it. If you did, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.